Asinine Radio. This is the weekly music podcast where every week we get into a different band, different artist, and we listen to all of their records. We rank them from worst to best, and we give our biggest banger from each of them and a stinker. You have the worst song from each record. Right now we are in easy hard season. That's where we pick a band that we really like, and we get into an album that we don't really like, or that's not well regarded by the band. And this week we're doing AFI, one of my favorite bands. So we're doing that. We listened to all 11 of their records and 3 of their EPs, and we rank them. So we're going to do 14 different things this week. Also, while you're listening, go to Spotify, Apple Podcasts, give us 5 stars. If you're watching on YouTube, smash that subscribe button. And that's pretty much it. That's all I got for the boring intro. So what do you got for the worst AFI record / EP? What do you got? Go.
Do you have I don't want to say stinker, but like kind of like do you have a worse song for every one of these ones?
Yes. I don't
want you to pull one of these things and just not
like
have
I did
one.
with Weezer, like I did with Weezer last week.
Yeah.
No, I put a bad song on some of the, like on every single one of these, even though some of them have no bad songs. It's true, dude.
There's got to be a worst one though. If there's a best one, there has to be a worst one.
Of course. So what do you got for number 14? Go.
The Missing Man EP.
That's surprising, dude.
Is that pretty low? Is that PL?
Lower than I expected for you. Yeah.
It's an EP, 2018. I don't have a lot to say about this. Like stylistically, it's okay. Nothing new, nothing old. It's very mid. But Back Into the Sun, like this is a fucking good ass song. Very, very Jimmy World sounding. I got a lot of Jimmy World vibes from this thing. And I don't get this. I don't know why I fucking like this song so much, but I really do. The Missing Man. So that's my best. My worst song was the Missing Man, the title track. It's just a boring fucking closer, dude. That's a pure filler ass closer. Yeah. Boring.
And also, like I said, AFI is one of my favorite bands, but they do have bad songs. Like there are bad songs.
Oh yes, they do, kid. They have bad records. They have bad songs.
They have no bad records because I have every single one of these records on vinyl.
Twice.
Not anymore, dude. Not anymore. Not anymore. But I do have every one of these, all 14 of these on vinyl. So my number 14, are you good with the Missing Man?
That's it.
Okay. So my number 14 is the self-titled record, otherwise known as the Blood album, their 10th record from 2017. I think this is a very disjointed record. I don't feel like I didn't feel like they had any direction. They didn't really care. I feel like after the decline of the band with Crash, Love, and Burials, like they just were kind of going with the flow, just kind of doing what they do and touring, and they were just kind of told, or they just kind of thought, we should just make a record, and that's what we get with the Blood album. It's not a bad record, but there are some bad songs. I'm just gonna say it: Aurelia and Snowcats, especially Snowcats. That song fucking sucks. That song does suck. Banger though, Still a Stranger. I really, really love that song. That's always playlisted. So otherwise, yeah, this is kind of I don't want to say forgettable, but just in the grand scheme of AFI, because they genre hop so much. They've done so many different things, so many different sounding records. This is weak. This is just weak. They didn't try anything super cool. Nothing really sticks out on this record too much, but it's still not a bad vinyls. And I do have, because it's not a bad record, and I do still enjoy listening to it. And I will say this too. I listen to all their records twice. I listen to it once on vinyl, and I listen to everything once on Spotify or YouTube, because one of the things you can only find on YouTube. So anyway, what do you got for number 13? Go.
Yeah, the same one. AFI's Blood record. This record doesn't even know what the fuck it wants to be. Like, is it synth-driven AFI? Is it punk rock AFI? Is it aggressive? Is it slow? It's fucking thing is all over the place.
Yeah,
it's directionless. It's stupid. This record is not very good. It's not terrible, but it's not very good. This is not a very good record.
Yeah,
there's one song on here. There's one song on here that I actually thought was pretty goddamn good, and that was Still a Stranger. That's a solid song.
Is it second track? Great song.
But yeah, dude, Snowcats. Oof,
it's a rough song. It's probably their worst song. Probably the worst song they've ever done.
No, we'll get to their worst song later on. Okay. But like, this is so over the top. Him singing like this, like, dude, like he's trying to be like Sing the Sorrow era. It's so fucking goofy. It's so dumb. Yeah. This record is not very good. This record's a 1 at best. At best.
Okay. Settle down.
Best.
Settle down.
That's a 1.
Also, I don't know if I mentioned, but the 3 EPs we're doing are a Fire Inside EP from '98. We're doing All Hollows EP from '99, and then we're doing like the Missing Man EP from 2018 or 2019. So those are the 3 EPs we're adding to. We're adding to this. What did you say?
Missing No EP.
The Missing No? Oh, yes. Mm-hmm. Dude, that's something I have not thought about in a long time. From Pokemon.
You know what's weird? I didn't dream about Missing No like a week ago. Fucking weird. I don't know why. It's so
weird. Remember, it was just a glitch. It was just like a glitch on the game.
It's like a square with a little square on top, like the top left, and then just fuck your cartridge up too. If you like, but like if you're already done with the game and did everything, I guess I'll get Missing No now.
Yeah. It would be at like level 0 or level 99, and then it would have all the random attacks. Like, just nothing made sense about it. Yeah, it was stupid. God, I totally forgot about that until right now.
Missing No, baby.
Missing No. Anyway, my number 13 is the Missing Man EP. So this is the last EP they came out with, just between Burials and the Blood album. This is also an album or an EP where you don't know where they want it to go, like, because it doesn't really sound like anything from Burials. Production wise, it doesn't sound like Bodies at all. It was just this weird, I don't know what the point of this EP was, because they weren't trying to I think they did a tour after they released this EP just because they hadn't released music in so long, but otherwise there's really no need for it. The songs are solid outside of the song Missing Man, which is my least favorite song on this one. It's still good, but it's the weakest part of the EP. But the other 3-4 songs are just, it's solid output. Like I said, I have this on vinyl. It's a 12-inch LP, and all the songs are just on one side, so it's perfect. So you don't have to flip it. And it's cool too because the jacket of the record, it's not cardboard, it's like plastic. It's like this like soft plastic rather than cardboard. It's really, really weird, but it's super durable. Like I don't even think you could rip it if you tried. It's a really, really, I don't have any records like it, like with jackets like that. It's very, very different. But anyway,
I thought so. Like I read too that when they released this, they cropped out Davey Havoc's photo on like all their pictures and stuff, and put it with the Missing Man thing, and like that. I thought like, oh, that's a cool like concept. But then I was like, dude, this thing sucks. So maybe this was just strictly like a publicity thing to keep them relevant in the papers, as we read papers, but like just keep them relevant. Because that's kind of dumb, actually.
And actually, we were podcast because we've been podcasting for 8 years now, and we talked about that on the podcast way back, way years ago. We talked about that because they were teasing that on the Instagram. They deleted all this stuff off their Instagram, and they posted just the one picture without Davey Havoc. And I remember you and I talking about it,
stupid.
And we were like, "Oh my God, is Davey not in the band anymore? What's going to happen with AFI? This is so stupid. It's a bad idea if he's not in the band." All this kind of shit, but it worked. It got people talking about it.
It got people talking.
Yeah, so
that's something.
It's still good. Like this one. Got it on the vinyls. What do you got for number 12? Go.
Number 12, baby. These all have to go somewhere. And this Bodies. I get it. It's decent enough, like synth-driven kind of post-punk 80s thing. It's just fucking silly, man. I don't think this album as a whole like holds up like to be something better than just like a shtick. I feel most of these songs either have a great melody with just like instrumentals, or it's just the opposite. Like Escape from LA, that's a cool song. But like, damn, man, he has some serious fucking marble mouth when he sings on this one. Yeah, and it's fucking silly. And Davey Havoc's not silly.
He's not a silly boy,
like a tongue-in-cheek thing where he's like making fun of himself. No, he thinks this is probably fucking great, and it's not. There's a lot of filler on this. There's some bad songs, and there's one stinker. And that's Bodies. I think they really threw in like a lot of like serious 80s vibes. Like, so I feel that I hear a lot of New Order in these songs. I hear a lot of like Cars type melodies. Far Too Near. That was my banger. I playlisted that shit. This is
nice. You love Bodies now.
Solid honor, dude. Solid melody. Album. Really cool song. Tied to a Tree. Man, I like the idea of this. I just don't like the execution. It's just not slow enough. It's not like what is it, grandiose enough. It's just a very stupid, stinky song. This song fucking sucks. This song is absolute stinker. Song. It's a stupid, stinky song.
It makes it even more disrespectful when you say
it's so dumb. Dude, this album is like, again, conceptually, I think that they had a good idea because they can do that kind of like 80s sound really well, but just dark as fuck. They can
Yeah.
do that goth thing very well. This is just not it. It's stupid.
Okay. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I'm glad you enjoyed the record.
I didn't enjoy this one. I don't.
So when are you getting it on vinyl?
We're not. Come on, we're not even close to being there yet. Come on. This is also a 1. I give this a 1.
Oh my god, it's still higher than I expected. I thought you were going to put this at the very bottom of the rankings.
I mean, realistically, I'm just ranking 4, and then I'm also ranking like December Underground and ahead, right? Like, essentially, that's what I'm going to do here. I'm ranking their 4 worst ones, and then December Underground and above.
Okay. All right. So my number 12 is Burials, 9th record from 2013.
Burials.
Still really like this record. This is their, I don't know. This is another record of theirs where I don't know what the direction was, because Crash Live was such a disappointment for that. I feel was such a disappointment for them because it didn't reach the levels that December Underground and Sing the Sorrow did. I mean, those 2 records were huge for the band. And Burials, it's a very dark record. There's no, it's still a catchy record, but there's nothing upbeat about it. There's nothing really emo about it. This is where they're really kind of diving into the new wave gothic thing that they've done ever since. This is the beginning of that. Still a great record. Still some amazing fucking songs. My banger is Deep Slow Panic. I think this is just a top tier. This song is so fucking good. Deep Slow Panic. Come on.
Top tier. We were about to say top tier AFI.
I know top. Okay, I'm getting a little ahead of myself. You're right. It's not top tier, but it's still really fun because the records are so amazing. This is not top tier, but it's still really fucking good. Stinker. If I had to choose one, Face Beneath the Waves. That song's really. It's not that great. Closer song. Who really fucking cares? It's a slower jam, but they just don't do this kind of weird. They don't do the atmospheric weird or atmospheric like dark gothy sound very well. There are very few songs where they do it well, and this
not
is
in this era.
it.
No,
yeah, not in this era. Yeah, not in this era. But overall, Burials is a good song. Got a lot of nostalgia with this one as well. I mean, pretty much all these records I have a shit ton of nostalgia with, because once again, this is one of my favorite bands ever. Burials, number 12. What do you got for number 11? Go.
Burials in the sky. Mine is also Burials for number 11. Although yours was 12. Burials.
We're pretty much even at this point.
Well, again, because there's bottom tier AFI, which is clearly post December Underground, and there's like that kind of mid tier, and there's a punk AFI. Like there's only fucking 3 iterations of AFI.
I disagree. I think there's like 4 different sections of AFI. But
Mommy String Bean, what you got?
We got Answer That Through Shut Your Mouth. That's like the hardcore punk era. You're having fun there. You have Black Sails and Art of Drowning. You have that's the horror punk era of the band. Then you have Sing the Sorrow through Crash Love. That's the trilogy right there. 3 very different sounding records, but very electronic based in sections, but still very, very emo. So you have that era. That's also to me. That's also the like the major label era, because most of those records were put out on by a big record label. And then from Burials through Bodies is when you have just the kind of lost era of the band, where they don't know where to go from this point. They don't want to redo what they've done in the past, but they don't know how to move forward and make something different.
And that's the worst era.
Yeah, I would agree with you. Yeah. Burials through Bodies is the worst era. Yeah.
They're okay. We talk about it a lot, but AFI has like a gradual scale, right? Where some bands like that's clearly where they changed. AFI is like a fucking gradual change. Like, how do we get from Answer That to Bodies, right? Like, I don't fucking know when that happened, but it's like a step-by-step process. It's a slow burn. And like record by record, you can fucking really hear a little bit, like every record is a little bit different. And that's fucking cool and wild. So yeah, okay, all right.
Those are my thoughts.
All right. Your thoughts are stupid, but we can move on.
So my 11. Wait, what was your 11?
Fucking stop the fucking. I'm trying to do things at the same time as doing other things. My number 11, Burials. We talk about Burials? No, I haven't talked about Burials.
You did
one of the best songs. Yeah, you're right. This one is super dark. I like how like dark this is. Davy's vocals are dark. Like the content is dark. The delivery is dark. Everything's dark. Dark, 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 dark. The whole record is one big dark abyss. Blah, 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 blah. I like that they doubled down on their goth roots, but still kind of kept it kayfabe with like this era of AFI. They're not throwing it back to like Black Sails or Art. It's just like this era of AFI, but this is very, very goth. Dude, Heart Stops, that is...
It still doesn't make any sense
I don't
why
know,
you like
man.
that song.
Like I fucking love this song.
That's that's like a mid to lower tier song on this record. Heart Stops.
Every time I think like, how does the song go? And then I hear it again, like, damn, dude, this might be like, this is for sure for me. This is top 10 AFI.
It's kind of like it's kind of like a slower song too. It's not upbeat at all.
You know
it's
what
very
it is?
kind of like dun 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 dun. It's very kind of staccato. It's
very
weird
like
that you like the song.
The guitar has it gives off really, really good Twin Peaks vibes. That's what I'm thinking with that one.
Okay. Right.
Like how slow
Twin
it is,
Peaks.
like especially like the theme song for Twin Peaks, like that kind of like drony guitar, that verbed up,
super.
Like
verb.
That's what I get here. But yeah, The Face Beneath the Waves, that song sucks, dude. They are just they cannot do closers. They are not good at closers anymore.
Yeah, at this point, they're not good at closer. They haven't been good at a closer since God Called In Sick Today, honestly. Because Morning Star off Art of Drowning isn't the best closer.
That's my worst song from that one too.
Yeah. Also, all right. So you got anything else on Burials?
No, Burials in the Sky.
My number 11 is A Fire Inside EP. So this is the EP that came between Shut Your Mouth and Open Your Eyes and Black Sails in the Sunset. The last recordings with Mark Stoffels, the original guitar player. The last thing he did with the band was this EP. Two covers. One's a Cure cover, The Hanging Garden. The other one is Demonomania. I never can pronounce it correctly, but the Misfits cover. It's cool, but it's still very much in the same vein as Shut Your Mouth, but it just doesn't quite have it still has a lot of intensity. It's heavy as fuck, but it doesn't have the same excitement as the Shut Your Mouth album. And that's really why it's here. I mean, I just rather listen to Shut Your Mouth. My banger is 3.5. Stinker is the Cure cover, the Hanging Guardian. Still a great fucking song. Still a great song. So that's my number 11, A Fire Inside EP. What do you got for number 10? Go.
Number 10, the album of the week, Crash Love.
Dude, you're the worst. I hate you. That's
where it is. Got to be somewhere. This is where it is.
It's way too low, dude. All right, so my number 10 is Bodies, their newest record, 2021. This is a very new wave record. It's mostly new wave with a lot of like darker, more gothic influence to it. If you've heard the band Dream Car, which is Davey Havok with the guys from No Doubt, it's essentially that album, but done in a much darker tone, much better bass playing, because Hunter is a much better bass player than Tony Kanal. I do like Tony Kanal a lot, but Hunter is a better bass player. Also, Adam's drumming is a lot better. The melodies on Bodies are fucking crazy good. The songs here are so fucking catchy. I love this record. Honestly, I think over the next couple of years, it's probably going to creep up on my rankings because I love Bodies. This album is so fucking good. It is good. And honestly, the reason why it's as low as it is for me is because I got a shit ton of nostalgia with the other records. And in the end, the other records are better at this point, but
they're all fucking better.
They're not though. They're not though.
Yes, they are.
I really do like Bodies a lot. I really, really do. I got an OG press of this one, the blob, the black blob.
Like fucking
pressing.
2 years ago.
Doesn't matter. 3 years ago, but that's okay. Math's hard. Banger, Begging for Trouble. Fucking love that song. It's so fucking good. Stinker, Tied to a Tree. We talked about that already. So, what do you got for number 9? Go.
I'm wondering where you're gonna put Crash Love. I wonder if you'll put Crash Love above any of the punk, the true hardcore punk era of AFI. I think the only one you put Crash Love above is probably Black Sails. I think you'd probably do that because you're
just to make you mad. Just because
you're a little butt wipe, a little stinky butt wipe. That's what you're gonna do.
God, that's so rude. You're a stinky little butt wipe.
You're a stinky little fucking used up butt wipe.
Stinky little used up butt wipe. Yeah. God, that is so rude. So disrespectful. Number 9, go.
A Fire Inside EP, 98. This is I mean, I could change it with Crash Love. They could go back and forth. I really don't care. But this is it's it's easy going like early AFI. It's not showing off, not falling behind. Couple cover songs, couple OGs, call it a day.
Yeah.
Overexposure. I love Davey's voice in this one, and I love that the song slows down so much, like a crawl, and we just get those like stupid fucking palm mutes that are just they sound like absolute trash. Whatever he's going through just sounds like absolute garbage. The Hanging Garden, I agree. It's a good cover, and I like what they did with it. It just doesn't fit the fucking EP.
No, it doesn't at
like,
all.
Why are you so aggressive on 75% of this thing, and you go like balls to the wall, and then we slow it to a crawl here? It just doesn't make any sense to me.
Maybe they wanted some sort of like rest after 3.5 and overexposure, because I mean those two songs are fucking intense. I get it. It's kind of like what they did with Shut Your Mouth, because you get Third Season, which is track 6 on that record on Shut Your Mouth, and that's like the calmest, quietest song on the record, and it's still a fucking heavy song, but comparatively it's maybe that's kind of what they were going for. They thought, oh, we need a rest halfway through this EP, and that's why we got the Hanging Garden.
4 fucking songs, like it's
I know.
But starting now, that's when I will get these on the vinyls.
So you would get a Fire Inside EP?
Yeah, it was good. I liked it. Enjoyable.
I got it. I got it on the vinyls. I got a 7-inch of it.
I'll take it.
Not bad. Well, you're not going to. All right, my number 9 is Black Sails in the Sunset.
There it is.
Fourth record.
New Crash is going to be above it. There we go.
4th record from 1999. Once again, I love this record. I really, truly do love this record. And this record goes into my origin story for the band. But I really, really do love this one. But this is the first one with Jade on guitar as the primary songwriter. First official record with Hunter on bass. He played on Shut Your Mouth and the Fire Inside EP, but he wasn't quite an official member at that point. So this is the first album with the classic lineup of the band. And this is a huge departure. I think this is a huge departure from Shut Your Mouth. And this is just more of a goth punk or horror punk era of the band. And that's not a bad thing at all. This is still very fast, but it's a lot more intricate guitar work compared to the first 3 records. Melodically too, like Davey sings a lot more. He doesn't scream nearly as much. The lyrics are way more complex than anything Davey had done up to this point. The artwork's incredible. I have nothing bad to say about this record. I do love Black Sails in the Sunset. My vinyl is the 2014 pressing, which is an awesome fucking pressing of this. I bought the 2024 one that came out a couple months ago. Sounded like garbage, even though it had that bonus song on it that was never been released before. But I ended up getting rid of it. It's not worth it because the pressing sucked. My 2014 pressing sound is leaps and bounds better than the 2024. So those out there who collect vinyl, there's some insight there. My banger, The Prayer Position. Absolutely love this song. This song was what hooked me. This is the song that hooked me to this band. And my stinker, if I had to choose a stinker, because I do love this record so much, Close Milk Catharsis. Still a great song. Once again, still an amazing song, but I gotta choose a bad song on this one, or my least favorite song on this one, and it's Close Milk. So, what do you got for number 8? Go.
That's so many things I'm just thinking about right now. What's crazy to me is that you think like Crash Love is a better record than Black Sails. That's the craziest. Crash Love better be your next one, or we're done. I'm telling you right now. We're fucking done. We're done.
Okay, what do you got for number 8? Okay.
Number 8, December Underground. I definitely fell back in more in love with this one than previous attempts. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of dumb things on this one, but it has been a long time since I really enjoyed this record. It's fun. It's a really, really good. It's them really diving into the electronic sound and saying like, fuck it. If we're going to do it, let's just do it and see where it goes. It's very lighthearted in a lot of ways. They do take a lot of risks just by incorporating some of these like straight up electronic sounds into their punk and goth ethos. Yeah. But they're not like super risky, but then at the same time, they are kind of risky for AFI, which is endearing. It's endearing. And it's a good record. It's a good record.
It's a good record. Okay.
Endlessly, she said, dude, solid closer. That's a good
Really,
closer
you
right
like
there.
that closer?
I
Okay.
love that droning bass line and like the guitar noodling. Like overall, I like the pacing in this one. And I like the way Davey says, I will wait for you. Just how
I
he
will
says it.
wait for you. She
Oh, so
said.
good. It's so good.
It's the she said that comes
Dude,
after that part too.
I love it.
So good.
Um,
God, I love this
their
band.
worst songs on this record though. Their worst song they've ever done is on this one, and that's Love Like Winter. Love Like Winter
No,
is
no.
absolutely fucking garbage. I hate this fucking song. I hate how big it's trying to sound.
Oh
I
my
hate that
God.
opening. I hate Davey's vocals overall. To me, this is their worst fucking song.
No way.
I hate the song. I
That
really
is,
truly do.
you hate it more than Miss Murder, huh?
Yeah. Miss Murder's cool.
Okay. Said
Come back.
nobody. It's fucking Green Day fucking
That's how you
bullshit that they're trying to do.
do.
Oh my God. I can't believe you put love. You think that Love Like Winter is the worst.
Daisy's
AFI
like,
song.
oh, no.
Turn away. Here
Ugh.
it's December. Every
Ugh.
day.
Every day.
I like it. There's that girl in the background that says I like it, and then it drops into the next beat. So fucking good.
I truly honestly think this is their worst song.
Because you're an idiot. Because you're a fucking idiot. You're fucking dumb. You're dumb. All right.
It's kind of fun because I don't have AFI goggles like you do.
I don't have
I can,
AFI goggles.
Like you clearly have them on, like cemented to your fucking skull. Mine is non-existent, so I can actually speak objective truths.
Speak like a fucking idiot. That's what
where
you do.
you're just speaking essentially poop. Like what's coming in your mouth is fucking caca, fucking poops. Like you're just talking poops.
Poops out my mouth. All right,
Poops
so
out your mouth.
my number eight is Very Proud of You. Second record from '96. The last record.
Personal. All this feels personal. What's happening here?
The last record with Jeff Kresge on bass. Also, if you don't know Jeff Kresge, he was the second bass player for the band, but Vic Chalker was the original, but he never recorded anything with the band. But Jeff also wrote almost all of the songs on the first two AFI records, and he wrote a lot of lyrics too. So there's that. Very Proud of You, great record, but it's like 21, 22 songs. It's long. Even he's told it. Like you and I have spoken with him on, we've DM'd with him and everything, and he's even agreed with us that Very Proud of You, it's a very long record. It's a bloated record. It should have been 13, 14 songs. Some of the songs do bleed into each other, but they're still like solid hardcore punk fucking songs. Like it doesn't fucking matter if they bleed into each other. All hardcore bands do that. All hardcore albums do, but just AFI and Very Proud of You did it exponentially better than a lot of hardcore punk bands did. And that's where Very Proud of You comes into play. If I had to choose a stinker, only because it was already recorded, was your Remerendin? Is that, I don't even know how to pronounce that stupid fucking name.
I'll get into it.
But only because it was re-recorded from Answer That and Stay Fashionable. That and He Who Laughs Last were both re-recorded for this record. Just completely unnecessary. Why did you do it? And you and I both agree that, production wise, it doesn't sound nearly as raw as Answer That, but it sounds weird. It wasn't mixed right. It doesn't really seem like. Jeff Kresge agreed with us. Like he said, he was very unhappy with the overall result of this record, and how it sounded. My banger though, File 13.
File 13, baby.
Fucking love that song. I'm not record, but I love that song. Artwork is super sick. Jeff Kresge also did the artwork. Clearly, he was very involved with his band on the first two records. It's so fucking good. Oh God, Very Proud of You is so good. Obviously, I got the OG pressing of it. I talked about it before. Stole that from you. Stole the OG pressing of Very Proud of You.
You didn't steal it from me.
I did buy it from you. You're right. I did buy it.
You just took advantage of somebody that was just doing something they probably shouldn't have done. That's what you did.
Well, in all fairness, I did buy it from you. I bought it from you. And I even said that if you want to keep it, go for it. I get it. No hard feelings. You want to keep it, keep it.
But I'm a man of my word.
You are.
I say I'm gonna do something, I do it.
Respect. But I did say keep it. Anyway, Very Proud of You.
Nurture always wins. I think nature
always wins. Yeah, not nurture.
Yeah, nature always wins.
Nature always wins. Very proud of you. Love it. What do you got for number 7? Go.
Answer that. Answer that is number 7. First record, baby. It's just. There's nothing wrong with this record. Absolutely nothing wrong with this.
You're right.
It's just there's nothing really here that shows me, oh, this is AFI. This is just them doing punk music, and it's fucking great, and it's cool. Like the song, like "Don't Make Me Ill." That's a better Ramones song. Like that's a better fucking. That is a Ramones song, but they just did it exponentially better than they could have. It's just. This is like my least favorite, I guess, of like the early hardcore punk AFI. I want a little bit more, and very proud of you. It's only a little bit higher than this one, just purely based on nostalgia. But that's it. That's all. That's all I got for this one. There's fucking nothing wrong with this. Rizzo in the Box, that's my favorite. I like how fast this one goes. It goes from like that kind of fun, bouncy hardcore punk thing into a really, really fast like punk track, and also the way like he kind of yells in the beginning of it, kind of like that, like that kind of sound. Like he does that kind of like, I don't know how else to explain it except doing that sound. That's what he sounds like when he does it. But my least favorite song is a Yerf Rendenman.
Yeah.
I don't hate the song at all. I think it's a great song. I just hate the fucking name. I hate it. It's stupid. It's fucking dumb. And it's not a fun thing because these guys aren't fun and Davey wasn't fun. But that's it. That's all I got.
That's it. That's all you got for answer that.
Yeah.
Dogs are barking.
Dogs are barking.
All right. So that's all you have for answer that? For number 7?
That's all I got for answer that.
All right. My number 7 is December Underground, 7th record from 2006. This is, what? What are you shaking your head for?
You're putting Crash Love so fucking high. It's wild.
It's the way she goes. It's the way she goes.
It's crazy.
Boys. The way she goes.
Crazy. I don't know. We're being crazy tonight. I didn't get the fucking memo.
So yeah, December Underground. They reached. They were the most popular they had ever been up to that point with Sing the Sorrow. They kind of blew up within the rock scene, and they followed up with December Underground. A lot more electronic based, much heavier in moments too. One thing I don't like about this record, and it's something that Davey started to do on Sing the Sorrow, which I've talked about when we did Sing the Sorrow a couple of years ago on the pod, was that he changed his screaming voice. He went into this like much more guttural, kind of higher pitched scream that he had never done prior to Sing the Sorrow. And he did a little bit on that record, like on Death of Seasons, on Leaving Song Part 2, and a couple other songs. But on December Underground, he really fucking went for it. He did it on Miss Murder. He did it on Affliction. He did it on so many fucking songs on this record. And I hate when he screams like that. I really don't like it. I think it's way too forced. Like if you're going to scream, make it like mean something. Like really like be pissed off. Like make me want to feel like you want to punch somebody in the face when you scream. Don't just scream for the sake of screaming. Like Jonathan Davis started doing that shit too in 2003 with on that Korn record. I hated it when he changed his screaming voice because it's way too forced. It doesn't mean anything. It's just there just to be aggressive, but it's fake aggression. Like it's complete. It just I hate it. I really, really don't like it.
Are you talking about what he's doing like in Miss Murder? He was like
yes, exactly. I hate it.
like a crawl. It's like a
it's like
low guttural crawl.
Yeah, because in Miss Murder he starts with that. And then he rises up. Yeah. Oh, I hate it. Once again, he started that on Sing the Sorrow, and I hated it on Sing the Sorrow. And yeah, he doubled down on December Underground with that screaming. But otherwise, outside of that, this is a really good record. It's a wild record with all the electronic elements they threw into this. And honestly, my 2 favorite songs are the most electronic songs on the record. 37mm, one of my favorite AFI songs. Like even like honestly, 37mm is like a top 10 AFI song for me ever.
Okay. Okay.
I also love Love Like Winter. I don't care what you fucking say.
What?
I love that song. That song is so good. Also, Love Like Winter and both of those songs actually were meant to be a Black Audio. They were meant to be Black Audio songs. They were written for the side project, the electronic side project. and then they decided, oh, let's incorporate some rock elements to it, and we'll put it on December. These two songs on December Underground. Obviously, 37 millimeter is way more electronic, but yeah, I do really really like Love Like Winter. It's a fucking
Okay.
banger of a song.
That's
I always
something.
playlist it. It's amazing. But once again, this album is produced by Jerry Finn. You know, fun fact: Jerry Finn produced this one. There's some cool shit going on though. It's like a really good guitar tones, good drum tones. Like production wise, Jerry Finn nailed it. Absolutely fucking nailed it. The songs are a little bit disjointed, but overall, each song has their own identity, which makes it good. And there's no lull on this record, which is also fantastic. Although Miss Murder, terrible. I mean, it's just I do not like Miss Murder.
How do you like Miss Murder's like
That's
not
the worst song on the record, easily.
That's
the worst
silly.
song.
Love Like Winter's the worst song.
No, it's
that's
not.
just
Miss Murder
fact,
is the worst song.
But like 37 millimeter is not a great song.
Oh,
that is a
so
fucking
good.
killer song. It just happens to have like a lot of electronic parts to it.
That chorus is one of the catchiest things Davey Havok has ever sung.
Oh god, yeah.
That chorus is incredible. And on the electronic element, the song itself, all the electronic elements.
How do we get here? How do we get here? How do we get here?
We got here. I don't know.
You haven't even said Crash Love yet.
I have not said Crash Love yet. So December Underground, my number 7. Do love this record. And what do you got for number 6? Go.
Number 6, very proud of you. Again, like this and Answer That, pretty interchangeable. It's just I have more nostalgia with Very Proud of You. That's it. The opening 3 tracks of this one are the second best 3-peat AFI's ever done. My banger's File 13. Get the fuck out of here. Perfect. Fucking perfect. Jeff is so fun when he plays the bass on this one too. Do 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 do. Keeps a kayfabe with the punk.
So squirrely.
He's just not afraid to be heard, right? He's not afraid to be heard. Listen to me. But my worst song is again the Your Friend of Men. Like fucking A.
Yeah.
Fucking L. Like quit doing this shit, bands. God damn.
Yeah.
Over it.
I get it. Also the song Perfect Fit on Very Proud of You, like track 6 or 7. Great fucking song too. So anyway.
I'm telling you, like the second best 3-peat from any song that AFI's ever done is on Very Proud of You.
The song 3-peat?
No, like He Who Laughs Last, File 13, Wake Up Call, second best 3-peat.
Oh, okay,
even like going into cold status too, you could almost make a 4, but it's not quite a 4. Second best 3-peat.
Agreed. It's fucking good. All right, so my number 6 is wait, what was your? Oh yeah, your was your least favorite. My number 6 is Crash Love. There you go. Album of the week.
Fucking
album of the week, baby.
Fucking A.
Fucking gay. All right, so what do you got for number 5? Go.
What do you have left? Just stupid shit.
What are you doing?
Right. Number 5 is Shut Your Mouth, their third record. The end of their true just like hardcore punk era of AFI. This record is just relentless and never really stops. A lot of the songs still kind of do sound like very familiar. They do kind of blend together. That's why it's here on this ranking. It's I guess par for the course. Again, like you said, for punk bands, for any band that does a specific genre very, very, very well, that's just gonna happen. I don't have anything bad to say about this. This is the best 3-peat they've ever done, though. Right,
album wise, yeah.
Single second, PH Low, Let It Be Broke.
Oh, the song wise,
1, 2, 3 that they have ever fucking done. That's arguably the best punk triplet that's ever been done. I don't know if there's any other band that's ever put out 3 songs back to back like that are better than these. It's pretty good. It's unreal. It's fucking crazy this even exists.
The way all 3 songs they don't bleed into each other, but the way that they transition into each other, especially going from Keeping Out of Direct Sunlight. You said the first 3 songs, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So like Keeping Out of Direct Sunlight, that transition.
Yeah, that's because the intro song.
Yeah. So that going into 3 Reasons is the second song. You don't even know they're 2 separate songs. Like they just, the transition is incredible. Like honestly, it should be one song, but whatever. Who cares? The songs are short. They're like 2 minutes long, if that. Most of the songs.
It's crazy. Fucking just perfect melodies. Great punk music. Coin Return, absolute banger. Just fucking mayhem when Davey starts singing. My worst song, pretty much everything now, except for Sing the Sorrow. That was an easy one to pick a worst song. But yeah, I don't think they have a worst song in here. It's hard to do. The Devil Loves You it's just I don't know, a little cheesy, I guess. The stop and go thing. Still a
Yeah.
good song though. I wouldn't say it's a bad song. It's just you got to pick
You
one.
got to
That's what I
put
picked.
it. Yeah, you got to put it somewhere.
That's what I picked.
I get it. I get it. All right, so that's your number 5. Show your mouth. My number
Stick
5
to it.
is "Sing the Sorrow," 6th record from 2003. Isn't it's still crazy to think that they didn't break out, they didn't blow up until their 6th fucking record. They've already genre hopped. This is their 3rd time genre hopping at this point, and they blow up, and it's just people fucking love this record. I do really like this record. When I first heard it, I really did not like it because I wanted more punk AFI. I actually hated this record when it came out, but it grew on me over that first year. It really grew on me, and then subsequent years, yeah, I really love this record. It's such a departure from everything. This is like the true cutoff for the band. Even for the band, they don't speak of the songs prior to Sing the Sorrow. They don't play songs prior to Sing the Sorrow. Outside of maybe Days of the Phoenix, they rarely ever play songs before this particular album. They hate. AFI is the only band that hates their own band. I've never seen any. Thrice is the closest band I've ever seen who hates themselves. But
They
AFI
never
is the
play
worst.
God Called in Sick. They just never play that.
I mean, they have played it over the last 25 years, but it doesn't. It's very very few and far between. Otherwise, yeah, they rarely play anything prior to Sing the Sorrow since this record came out. It's much slower. It's a lot more emo. Butch Vig, Jerry Finn produced this record, and when they recorded this record, they were all living in a squad. All 4 of them were living in the same house, same rooms essentially. They had no money. They were just touring, recording, tour, record. That was their fucking life. And DreamWorks saw something in them, or one of the A&R guys saw something in them, signed them to DreamWorks, made music videos. The song blew up. It's a very polished record compared to the first 5 records, and still good though. My banger, "Celluloid Dream." This is easily the best song on the whole record. I really love this song. The catchiest, most pop punky song on the record as well. He doesn't do the stupid screams, which I was bitching about earlier. He doesn't do that.
Stupid screams.
Stinker though, if I had to choose one, actually it's an easy one. "Silver and Cold." I've never really liked this song. It's cheap, it's easy, it's very basic, simple. It was meant to be a single. You could tell it was the 3rd and final single off this record, or the 3rd single. They made a video for this one, but
he's so ugly in that video.
Yeah, I know. They filmed it in Prague. They filmed it in Prague while they were on tour in Europe, and there's just the song is not that great. But "Celluloid Dream," fucking banger, beyond banger of a song, easily beyond banger.
Okay.
So what do you got for number 4?
Final 4, the Elite 4, "Sing the Sorrow," number 4, 6th record. We did this on the pod. We just talked about it. Mm-hmm. It's good. It's really fucking good. And sometimes I hate that I like this so much, but I remember like when we did it on the pod, I was kind of like, oh, I don't want to do this because like this record kind of sucked. But then you start to get into it, and sequentially things make sense. They start to flow better, right? Like the songwriting is now better, and they're sequencing songs instead of just like punk, and then maybe some a little bit different, but actually sequencing songs to make some sort of like cohesive theme throughout. Yeah. It's not like the best thing that I've ever heard, but it's still really, really good, and it's still really fun. "Death of Seasons," that was my banger this week. Fucking dude, what a banger of a song. That's a banger of a fucking song.
He does do that stupid scream though, which I don't like, but it's still a banger. That electronic kind of interlude in that song, it comes out of nowhere.
So cool, and it's just like that's gonna bleed into December Underground, right? It's fucking amazing. The Great Disappointment. This is definitely a mid-tier track on this album. This song is just too long.
Really?
It's just too long.
Well, you say The Great Disappointment?
Yeah.
Really?
Just too long. It's too long. Cut it like you legit could cut this by like a minute and a half.
But that has like one of the coolest bass lines on the whole record.
Nah. This record doesn't need that though. It just doesn't
need it, but it still has it.
It needs better like sequencing. And this is coming off of Death of Seasons, going into Paper Airplanes, which is a fucking banger. Love that song.
Yeah.
Great Disappointment's too long. It's 5.5 fucking minutes. We don't need it.
Right.
It's too much. It's too much.
All right.
I'm not telling you my opinion. I'm telling you facts. Like you're this is not like this is not what we should be doing. This is what they should have done.
This is what they should have done. Yeah. Also,
Yes,
you could
correct.
also tell too at this point they had a lot of funding going behind this record because they did a bunch of music videos, they toured the world, and also they were making like they made a short film called Clandestine. They wrote 2 different scores for that short film as well. Like there was a lot of stuff behind this, and how Hot Topic promoted it at the time. Yeah, Sing the Sorrow was, man, it was something, the right place, the right time. It really kicked off like what we knew as emo, like with My Chemical Romance and all that kind of shit that came out like a year or 2 later. Like this was the kind of start of that new era of emo.
And this was like, not that I was like a diehard AFI fan, but this is kind of when I stopped really paying attention to them. Like December Underground was a big deal because of the prelude. And like
love that song.
Friend of the pod John, just like, who doesn't fucking love that song? Get the fuck out of here.
It's good.
So good. But this is really the last time I was like, this is kind of dumb. I don't like this shit no more. And that's just because it's not bad, but like you said, there were so many fucking bands coming out that wanted to do this exact sound.
Yeah, but
so
never
like,
quite hit it. Never quite nailed it.
Freshmen, sophomores in high school, right? Yeah, like it was like, I'm not going to listen to this band anymore because now there's a lot of other bands that are incorporating what I specifically want from this. But like this was it. This was the It Girl right here. This was the It Girl.
It was the It Girl. Yeah.
This was the It Girl.
All right, my number 4 is All Hallows EP. Their EP from 1999. What? Did you not rank this one? You ranked this one.
Of course.
What's the problem?
I'm eyeballing your fucking stupidity and your fucking dumbass rankings.
So this came out between Black Sails in the Sunset and The Art of Drowning, but this is the perfect transition between those 2 records, both musically, artwork wise, lyrically. I feel like this is just a great EP, great transition for them. 4 songs. One of them is a cover, the Misfits cover of Halloween. They covered Halloween by the Misfits. My favorite AFI song, one of my favorite songs of all time, is off this EP, Totally Immortal. I think it's one of the best songs ever. Like top 5 greatest songs ever written. I
Got the Life, Totally Immortal.
No, it's Got the Life, Norwegian Wood from the Beatles, Totally Immortal from AFI, Day of the Baphomets from the Mars Volta. I don't know what my number 5 is right now, but I don't know. I don't know what it is.
Okay.
I say a lot of shit.
I'm sure we'll get a 6 a.m. Morning dog walk. Caffeinated voicemail from Skip.
Friend of the pod, Skip. So yeah, All Hallows EP.
Fussy boy season.
he's extremely fussy right now.
He's been in fussy boy season for like 2 months.
I don't know what to do with him.
Maybe it's a new kid. I don't know. I was in fussy boy season for a while too. Like new kids come along, you become fussy boys.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, okay. I wouldn't know. I don't have kids, but yeah. I believe it.
You're always fussy though, so that's kind of crazy too.
Okay, so All Hallows EP, my number 4. I mean, this is just, it's perfect. It's absolutely perfect. I have nothing bad to say about this one. You know, just production wise, it just sounds so good. It's so of its time, but it's perfect. The tones that they got from this record, considering this cost them like nothing to make, they were still on Nitro Records, and the artwork. This is my favorite artwork, or no, my second favorite album art that they've put out.
What's your first favorite?
Shut Your Mouth. Love that album art from Shut Your Mouth. Oh, I don't make the rules.
Okay.
So All Hallows EP. I love this record. It's horror punk at its finest. Nothing more, nothing less. Banger, obviously, Totally Immortal. Like I said, one of the greatest songs ever written by any band. And my stinker, if I had to pick one, Boy Who Destroyed the World. 3rd track off this one. Still great, but God, Fall Children, incredible. The Misfits cover is so fucking good. It's not fair. It's just not fair. You put Boy Against the World, Boy Who Destroyed the World on the Black Sails in the Sunset, best song on that record. But
no. Get out of here. Sit down.
So way she goes.
No.
So what do you got for number 3? Go.
Number 3, Art of Drowning.
Okay.
Probably your favorite. How do you put like their fucking what do you have here? You have Shut Your Mouth Left and you have Answer That. The two fucking identical albums. You put them on fucking top 2 or 3. That's wild. You're a wild boy tonight. That's what we're doing.
Identical
Like
records. Okay.
Chris Pontius out here. You're a fucking wild boy.
Settle down,
You just
young
need
man.
Steve-O to complete the TV
down,
show
young man.
Wild Boys.
Continue with Art of Drowning. What do you got?
Art of Drowning. This is a cool like middle ground for AFI, right? This is a cool transition from the punk into Sing the Sorrow into like what will become of essentially what Davey Havok truly wants AFI to be. Davey Havok essentially wants AFI to be Crash Love. Like that's like what he wants them to be post, I don't know, 20 years old. I think that's just what he likes. That's what he always envisioned AFI being. It's just getting there was a process. This is cute. It's a cute record. It's
cute. Come on. Don't be disrespectful. Don't be disrespectful.
It's cute. It's my 3B. It's my third best.
You're being
actually
disrespectful.
Second best if you take out All Hollows. This is their second best record. I have nothing negative to say about this. The only negative thing I have to say about this is that it's just not quite as good as Black Sails. It doesn't quite drive that point home quite as good as Black Sails. The punk songs on Black Sails are a little bit punkier. The more like macabre goth songs on Black Sails are just a little bit more like dark, a little bit more aggressively somber. This is good. This is their second best record. This is their second best record.
Okay. That's something.
This is their second best record. This is the one.
You purged this on vinyl.
I got rid of it because every fucking time you come over here, the fucking first thing you always put on is Art of Drowning every single time. And I hit it one time you came over, and then I don't know if you found it or we played it again at some point. That's why I purged it. I
just out of spite, simply out of spite.
Again, caught me at a time where I was doing things that you probably shouldn't have been doing, right? So that's what happened. You're
purging a lot of stuff. You're purging a lot of stuff.
Not no more. If this comes to the store, taking it home.
You're an idiot. Once again, that happened twice where I because at the time you only had Hollows, Black Sails, and Art of Drowning. Like that's all you had on vinyl. And of course I'm going to pick Art of Drowning because it's better than those other two, that other record and that EP. So I'd play it. And I did that twice. When I went out there. And then you said something the second time, like, why do you always play this one first? Or why do you always play this album? And then you made it a point to try to embarrass me. Like, it's going to fucking embarrass me. I don't give a fuck. I don't care at all.
I don't give a
fuck. And then, you tried to embarrass me. And then I just, almost out of spite, I just would play it every time I went out there. It was like this and the bomb pops. It was this and the bomb pops. I always because you would mention that too. So then I would always play bomb pops every time I was out there.
It's this vast collection of stuff. I get it.
It was just to annoy you.
My collection is a little bit too eclectic. It's a little bit too like vast and there's a lot of things going on. I get it. You kind of come back to the bread and butter, the grilled cheese, right? The comfort food.
Grilled cheese is not that good. Records. Come on. We also need to get over that fact. We also need to get over the fact that grilled cheese is pretty mediocre. Grilled cheese is pretty mediocre.
No one thinks grilled cheeses are great, but everybody agrees that like
mediocre.
Like if I don't feel good, like I'll eat grilled cheese because like it's fine.
No.
Like nobody thinks grilled cheeses are great. Who the fuck thinks grilled cheeses are great?
People have the same opinions of grilled cheese as they do with French fries. Mediocre food, filler food, doesn't really mean much of anything. Grilled cheese,
French fries.
They are a little bit better, but it's still the same idea.
Hold on there, dude. You have not had a good grilled cheese. Well, like a grilled cheese, right? You can church up a grilled cheese to where essentially, is that really a grilled cheese anymore, my guy? Like, I don't know.
You can put a hamburger patty in. You can put bacon. Yeah, you can make it do a.
You put like specific breads from different. Like you trying to. That's not like the point of a grilled cheese is just fucking. It's comfort food. It's when we were growing up.
White bread, Kraft cheese, some butter.
That's it. That's a grilled cheese. That is a grilled cheese when we were growing up. Like not everyone's got a full ton of money and stuff, but like sometimes parents are tired. And what do? I just grill up the shittiest fucking food I can possibly feed my kid, but it'll fill them up and it's comforting.
If you're a child, yeah.
That's it. That's like when you're sick and you eat like I still put goldfish in my fucking chicken noodle soup and I'm sick.
What?
Yeah.
I've never put goldfish in.
What do you just like? You know what I just watched last night? I just watched the movie Hook last night. You ever seen Hook?
Love
yeah.
Hook.
You're fucking Robin Williams in that movie before he goes to cool
Neverland.
Again.
Before he goes to Neverland.
You're just douchebag Robin Williams. What you are? Have you forgotten what it's fucking like to be happy? You and fucking Skip, dude. You guys both are like fucking Robin Williams in that movie.
Isn't that scene
Peter again?
One of the best scenes of that whole movie is when he's in Neverland and he's at the giant banquet table, and then all of a sudden the thing shifts in his mind, and then he sees all the food. It goes from seeing nothing, just empty plates and bowls, to seeing just this endless supply of food. Yeah,
flicks it, and like that bright whatever it looked like butter, but it was so like bright blue and red. Or
I always thought it was like the rainbow sherbet of ice cream. That's how I always thought it was as a kid. Yeah.
That's really what you and Skip are like. You're like Robin Williams in Hook before like that scene when he's like, I'm on the phone call of my life, Martha, get him out of here. And she takes his phone, throws it out the window, and he freaks out. You're like, you forgot what it's like to just like be happy and just be normal. Be fucking just like sometimes it's okay to just turn the brain off and just enjoy life.
I do that. I'm just calling it
cheese. I would never put goldfish in my soup. I would not put goldfish in your soup.
I'm not opposed to it. I've just never thought of putting goldfish.
What do you put in your soup? I don't eat soup because chicken soup. I'll
put saltine crackers, but I'm not opposed.
Do you crumble or do you put whole fucking things?
I crumble that shit.
So what the fuck? You just put the fucking goldfish in there.
I've never thought of doing goldfish. I'm not opposed to it.
That's because you were never a kid. Maybe you just came out already fucking adult and miserable. That's what happened.
With a suit and tie and glasses, my hair parted. Yeah.
Yes. How have you never put goldfish in chicken noodle soup?
I never, and I love goldfish crackers. I love goldfish crackers, but I've never done. I never thought of doing it. It's always saltines.
Dude, I don't know where to begin.
Well, let's get out of this. Let's get back into the art of drowning. You got to.
Let's get out of it.
What's your banger?
Oh, Days of the Phoenix.
Really?
And then. Yeah, it's a cool song. It's a cool fucking song. Fuck off. I don't care. And then Morning Star, like I had to pick something. I don't think it's a bad closer. I don't think it's a bad song. It's just
they were trying to do another God Called In Sick today. They were trying to do another God Called In Sick.
They were.
That's what it is. All right, my number 3, also The Art of Drowning. There you go. 5th record from 2000, and
That's wild.
This is like the last true punk record that they ever did. This is way more punk than what they were doing on Black Sails. Black Sails, they were trying to like, they were a little bit lost. They had the new band members. Jade was new to the band. He tried to make it a little bit more pop punky, not pop punk, but just a little poppier, which is still great, still fucking great. But then with Art of Drowning, it was just like, let's make a really solid, aggressive punk record. And that's what they did. But it is a little bit polished compared to Shut Your Mouth, Answer That, and Very Proud of You. It's still a bit polished, but the punk is there, the quick tempos, all of that is there. Hunter, this is Hunter's greatest bass performances on any AFI record he's ever done. His bass playing on this record is incredible, like truly, truly incredible. And if you don't believe me, go watch. I mean, don't just listen to those songs, but back during when all the COVID stuff was happening, Hunter was going back on his YouTube channel and breaking down AFI songs on the bass and just doing a playthrough and talking about him. And he was doing some songs off The Art of Drowning, and watching him play some of these songs, it's like, this is unreal. Like there was one song, which is actually my favorite song on the record, Catch a Hot One. He played that song on a YouTube video. He broke the song down and he's like, I haven't played this song since I played it on the record. They've never played the song live. And he's I don't even really remember how to play it. So in the video, he has to go back and listen to the song to kind of relearn it. And then he kind of breaks it down a little bit. But yeah, Catch a Hot One, that song is fucking incredible. His bass playing is unreal. Also, like probably one of the most not aggressive, but just most punk songs on the record. I love it. I also love Days of the Phoenix. Great. I mean, just a perfect single, cool video. Just the song, this album never really lets up, except for the song 6 to 8, which is my stinker if I had to choose one. But it's still a great fucking song. But that's what they did on these early records. They threw in one song to kind of break up the fast pace, the aggressiveness.
That's whenever he sings all slow in the beginning.
Yeah, which is once again, it's not a bad song, but god damn, it's the weakest part.
What are you doing? What is this? What is this?
Yeah, it's the weakest part. This? Some might argue that this is like the lesser version of Black Sails. Like this is them trying to do Black Sails again, But
Correct. I would argue that.
I know
Yes.
you would argue that, but the songs in the end are just better than what you hear off of Black Sails. A more refined version of the band, faster, more refined version of the band. So the Art of Drowning is my number 3. What do you got for number 2? Go.
All Hollows. Talk about this already. It's a fucking EP. It's just like if I had to put this somewhere, like if I'm stuck on a fucking island and you give me one option, do you want All Hollows or like anything else I've talked about before? Like I'm gonna choose this because it's perfect through and through. Every fucking song is absolutely perfect. Totally Immortal, obviously the banger. Like this silly boy talk. This is their best song. Boys Destroy the World.
Ever written. Yeah.
Their worst song, right? But this is an amazing song. Wild.
It is.
It's a perfect thing, and I do like. This is my second favorite of their cover arts. But yeah, I don't know.
So good. What's your first favorite? Black Sails?
Of course. The fuck out of here. Of course.
It's probably fourth best, but okay. That's fine.
Yeah, I like purples. I like blacks. I like oranges. I like weird colors that just are kind of just gross and dumb and silly.
Also, friend of the pod, Annie, her favorite AFI song is Boy Who Destroyed the World.
Good.
Fun little fact.
Come on, Annie. What are we doing here?
She loves that song. She's always loved that song. Yeah, that's her favorite AFI song.
What are we doing here? I love Annie. What are we doing here, though?
I miss her. So my number 2 is Answer That and Stay Fashionable. And this is their first record from 1995. And this is just a straight up hardcore punk record. Jeff Kresge, former bass player, wrote most of this record, wrote some of the lyrics. And I mean, dude, his bass in this album, not only is it squirrely and really fucking good, but it's loud. It's really loud in the mix. And I fucking love it because Mark is not a bad guitar player. Mark Stoffels is not a bad guitar player, but it's just power chords, just, simple kind of power chords, just played a little bit fast. But Kresge is where it's at. I mean, he's fucking noodling. He's doing all kinds of weird shit, fucking sliding up and down the fucking neck. He's going fucking wild, up and down the fretboard. He's fucking nuts. I fucking love this record so much. It's very of its time too, using a lot of like samples from movies, like, dialogue from movies before the song starts or after the song ends. They did this a lot with there's Reservoir Dogs stuff in here. The album cover is based off the Reservoir Dogs. It's the band, like essentially the movie poster, but it's the band instead of the movie.
Super cheesy,
but these guys are like fucking 20. They're like 19 or 20 years old. You and I would have done the same fucking shit.
Of course.
Yeah, it's the same thing. But otherwise, this is just you don't fuck around with this band. These guys were playing at Gilman. They were playing to 200, 300 people at Gilman or whatever. And you watch early videos of this band, it was insane. Like it just the way the crowd interacted with each other and the band, it was just like the whole place was going to collapse in on itself. The energy was unfucking real. And it translates on this record. It doesn't translate quite as well on Very Proud of You, but on this record, it absolutely does. This is just like a perfect punk record. It's a perfect punk record. Right. So
it's good.
If I had
they really are writing like catchy Ramones fucking songs,
but playing
just
way
making
faster.
them insanely fast. Because like Ramones has like objectively catchy fucking songs. Like they are catchy, right? Like I Want to Be Sedated is a catchy song, but AFI does it,
but double the tempo.
Yeah, and doubles the tempo.
That's what you get with Answer That. It's incredible, with also much higher pitched vocals too. I mean, Davey on this record, the first 2 records, honestly, his vocals are really fucking high, super squirrely sounding, but still great. So stinker, if I had to choose one, is Don't Make Me Ill. Still really love the song, but had to choose one. I got 2 bangers because my number 1 banger is a cover. It's Open Your Eyes. It's a Circus Tents cover, so it's another East Bay band, and this is a cover of that song, but it's really fucking good. And then or NyQuil, I really like NyQuil as well. Solid fucking song. So those are my 2 bangers off of Answer That. Just incredibly good hardcore punk, unbelievably good hardcore punk, that if you never heard it and you like punk music, you're not going to be disappointed. So Answer That, my number 2. Go.
Good. Okay, well, number 1's here. Black Sails, dude.
That's something, dude.
I think this is peak AFI. I think this is bridging both what Davey wants his band to be and what like got them here, right? It's just super dark. This is super scary, but it's also punk and fun in a lot of ways. And they're not always fun.
They're
Very
never
few
fun.
times when they're actually
never
fun. Sometimes they're fun. Sometimes they're fun. They can be fun sometimes. Their songwriting in this one jumps around a lot, and they play with the slow fast or like the quiet loud parts a lot.
Yeah.
And they're not afraid to kind of like take chances. And like I do think Art of Drowning is just a more polished version of this, but I think what like gives this one its charm is just kind of like I don't really know how to get to Art of Drowning, so here's Black Sails. And in that we get something that's very very raw, very kind of like childish almost.
Yeah.
And they find like they have a lot of cool riffs on here, and they're not afraid to explore them. Like obviously, God Called Them Sick, right? But also like Clove Smoke, they have like, hey, we have something cool here. Let's just explore that. And for a punk band to do a song that's like over 2.5, 3 minutes, like, that's cool.
Yeah.
Like that's cool. It doesn't hit, and the Clove Smoke's a little bit too long. It doesn't hit the way it probably should have, and the way it will later on after Art of Drowning. But this is the punk version of like Sing the Sorrow. Like this is the punk version of the goth punk stuff that they will do, because it's very like very shitty. This is a very shitty record. It's very thrown together. It's very not good in so many ways, but like that's where the charm lies. Like that's where like the essence of this record is all about, is how DIY, how I don't know, how they're trying to push themselves to be better musicians, not better musicians, how they want to push themselves to be a different version of themselves. And that's cool. I like that.
Yeah. And kind of, and still like going back to and jumping off this is kind of like the first for the band, because they lost their songwriters at this point. Jeff is gone from the band, and the guys who wrote Shut Your Mouth are gone from the band essentially. And Jade's kind of not the sole songwriter, but he's a huge part of the major part of the songwriting process on this record. And this is like almost an entirely different band. It's at points it's not even fair to compare Black Sails to the first 3 records, because it's almost like a different band songwriting wise.
It really is.
It just it's not entirely fair.
But like, God damn, dude, this record is so good. I fucking love this cover art. Again, like the blacks that are almost like, they're so dark. They look like purple, because you have like kind of like the white wavy things and like the orange skyline. I love it so much. I love the little ship in the background. Like, you don't know, like, is it just past or is it gone forever? Like, what is it doing? I don't know. It's fucking cool, man. I love this artwork. I love this record. Poetic Device, that was my banger this week.
That's a good song too.
This song's fucking wild, dude. There's a lot of different like pieces to this song, and I love this bridge. I love how they transition out of the bridge. They just fucking, let's stop it and then go back into it. Like, fuck it. Like, we're a punk band still. This is what we do, because we can't quite write songs, but we have the idea here. We have the ideas of a transition, but we're not there yet. I like that. It's cute. It's a cute record.
It's cute. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's cute. It's my number 1 record. It's cute. That's all I have to say about it.
It's a good record.
All right. So what was your least favorite song?
Oh, Clove Smoke. Also Clove Smoke. Okay. It's just a little bit like Boss Nash. A little bit too long. A little bit too dramatic. A little bit too long.
Don't bring Boss Nash into this. All right. So my number 1 is Shut Your Mouth and Open Your Eyes. 3rd record, 1997. The last record with Mark Stofelis on guitar. First record with Hunter Bergen on bass. He was a session player. He was not officially in the band. They wanted to pay him $500 to play on the record. He said, no, pay me $666 and I'll play on the record. So stupid. Even like
that sounds like a fake fucking story. That's just,
but even like when they did this retrospect, 7 or 8 years ago, Hunter's like, yeah, that was stupid. I did it, but God, it was so dumb looking back on it, which it really is. Of course. But yeah, so the first with him, last with Mark, last full record with Mark. And songwriting wise, like I mentioned before, Jeff Kresge wrote most of the music on the first 2 records. Jeff is gone at this point. Now we have, it's these guys, it's 3 guys left on this record. So Mark and Adam, the drummer, step up. They write most of this record, which is cool too to see that Adam, the drummer, like contributed a lot to the songwriting on this record, and it's fucking heavy. The guitar tones are so gritty, they're nasty. You've never heard anything like this on any AFI record, or really a lot of punk records in general. Like the guitar tones they got are fucking nasty and gross. Davey Havoc, his vocals on this, very melodic. They're either very melodic or they're just like some of the most angst-ridden, like cut your throat sounding vocals I've ever heard. Like it sounds like you can hear his vocal cords shredding in that moment. Like he's gonna probably cough up blood after he sings the vocal take. Like it's so, this record is so fucking intense. I fucking love it. And also we talked about this when we broke down this record a while back, years ago, but the rumor was when Davey was tracking vocals for this, he was clenching his fists so hard while he was doing them that his nails were digging into his hands, and his hands were bleeding because he was just fucking going so hard on the vocal takes. I fucking love that. I love it. If it's true, that's super rad. If it's not true, it's great lore. I really love that. Yeah, this record is so unique. There's nothing like it. It's just such an odd thing for the band's discography and lore and all of that. I truly, truly love Shut Your Mouth and Open Your Eyes. This is my favorite album artwork. So for years, I had always wondered, where does this artwork come from? I had emailed the band, and I'd gone into like the Despair. I'd like gone into the Despair faction message board. Said I always like, and people had kind of brought it up like, oh, what's the thing behind the record, like the artwork, whatever. Nobody ever really knew. And then years later, on Instagram kind of blows up in the early 2010s. Jeff Kresge, I reach out to him, I DM him, we're just talking about AFI, and I'm like, oh, I know you weren't on this record, but do you know what happened with the artwork on this record? Where did it come from? And he's like, I think it was some weird like board game or some Magic set that came out, and he's like, I don't really know. And then over the last couple of years, I noticed on the Wikipedia for this record, it actually is from an old Magic set from the 1920s. It was like the
Master
board
Magic.
Yeah, it was like the cover art of the Magic set, and that's where they took the album art from. Was from that, and it's super fucking
cool.
It's so cool. And it adds more to the lore of the band. Like they found some super obscure Magic set from the 20s to add to the weird, mysterious, kind of almost satanic kind of image of the band. Super fucking sick. But yeah, this record is incredibly intense. God, it blows me away.
It's a good record. It's fucking amazing.
The first time I heard this record, I listened to it 3 times in a row because I was so blown away by it. There's nothing that sounds like this. It's just so fucking intense. So my banger, A Single Second, Nick 13 from Tiger Army sings he does all the background vocals. Nick 13 from Tiger Army has done pretty much all the background vocals on every single AFI record from this record, Shut Your Mouth, up through I think December Underground or Crash Love. I think he's done background vocals.
Is he doing the harms and the
yeah? So he does the vocals on the chorus of this song, like the along with Davey, like the back and forth kind of harms and vocals that he does with Davey. That's Nick 13. So I do love the song.
The bridge in this song is so fucking good.
It's so fucking good.
I feel so. That's stupid. That's stupid.
So good. And then even so they also played in 2007 on the December Underground tour. They played in Long Beach, and I was actually at this show. They recorded this album, that show for a DVD and all that kind of stuff, and the live record, which I do have on vinyl. But I was there, and Nick 13 was at that show too, and he came out and sang. They did A Single Second, which they rarely ever played. Like I said, they rarely ever play songs from this era, but they did play it because Nick 13 was there, and he came out and sang they sang the song with Davey and sang the chorus. Super
good?
fucking sick. Fuck yeah, dude! Go look it up on YouTube. you go look up AFI Single Second Long Beach, and yeah, dude, it's so fucking good. Davey looks like an idiot because his look in the December Underground era was so lame, but damn, it's so good. If I had to
Cue
pick,
this, so don't forget.
if I had to pick a stinker, it's "Salt for Your Wounds." Still a perfect song, but I had to pick a bad song. I love "Shut Your Mouth and Open Your Eyes." Truly incredible. Truly an incredible hardcore record. Nothing
That was
sounds like it.
2006, the Long Beach one.
Oh, maybe it was recorded in 06, but then it came out in 07. Yeah.
All right, yeah, okay. I got it queued up here because I'm gonna forget if I don't queue it up.
So good. So good. But yeah, Davey looks like an idiot. Nick 13 looks super cool.
Oh, they're all their stupid fucking white outfits. Like,
yeah. That December Underground era was
pop
so
act.
lame. It was so lame. But anyway, that's all I got. You have anything else for
good?
the
No,
rankings?
good. Yeah, we got through them. Wow.
We did it. This is a long rankings episode. Damn.
That was a long one.
What do you expect, though, when you have a great band like AFI? What do you expect?
Yeah, something.
All right. So thank you all for listening. Go to Spotify, Apple Podcasts. If you're watching on YouTube, smash that subscribe button. Thank you for watching and listening. And that's it. That's all.
Love you.